All right, so hey Hans, I'm going to end up having to do this on the desktop instead of on the computer. It's basically the same thing. It'll be a lot of the same information. Just won't be able to go through it as smoothly. But big thing here that I would say is we still got to be able to work on being able to drive off that back leg, and then when driving off that back leg, be able to get that elbow up and through. Right, you're keeping that elbow really wide as you're releasing, and you really don't push off very well. I know there's a guy coming in your face, but that ends up being a bit of a story the whole time, especially on the underneath routes, right? On those deep balls that you throw, you really do a good job of pushing your body weight into it, and they look really nice. But then when you start throwing it underneath, you don't do as good of a job. That one was good right there, but then that one you didn't get your elbow through, right? And that's where, and see how when you don't get your elbow through, how you come so far across like that. I know these are happening fast, but look at how your arm's coming all the way across. Okay, when you come across, like we talked about, that's what it makes it so you end up being high. Okay, this is really the tough one here, where you really got to work on your mechanics. And we even talked about this even when you were at the lab, where you got to work on being able to throw it to the left a little bit more, just because you struggle being able to drive off that back leg there well. So see how when you go in, how when you go to drive, how far your your body ends up off to the side, right? And how your leg ends up flipping around like that. Your leg should be, pushing like a small pivot, right? We've gone over this. Should be like a pivot going to the side, and then from there, that's what gets your hips going. And then, still working on the elbow position. The elbow position is not bad, but it's just how you're pushing off the ground. That's why you're missing those throws, is because you're not twisting or pivoting like we showed you with how Tom Brady does it, right? Or how Aaron Rodgers does it. You're kind of like kicking your leg off to the side, which is getting your upper body to really, rotate a lot. See how well you did? See the difference there? See how this one, how your hip and your body, when you initially let it go, how everything's going towards the target, right? And how you push off that back leg and that knee's coming towards the target. The one before, right, you were going and you're totally off to the side. See how you're totally whipping off and your whole body's ended up going off to the side. So that's going to be the big difference, right? And continuing to work on getting that elbow up and through. Same type of thing on those deep balls. We got another one here where your elbow comes all the way up and through on this deep ball, which is nice. All right, see how nice your elbow comes forward and through there, and how your body, and even that one you end up kind of leaning over the side, but that was a nice ball. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, this one's going off to the side. Hit you out. See that one, you did a good job. See how everything's facing straight ahead there. I think you can get that elbow up and through a little bit more effectively, right, and make it so you're coming right down towards your front hip, right, instead of going off to the side. That seems to be the big habit that you need to be able to address, is coming down towards that front hip, right, instead of going off the side. Okay, pushing off that back leg. Keep working on pushing off that back leg. Keep working on getting that elbow, that back elbow, all the way up and through, or up and forward, right? Big thing that we talked about. And then, when you finish, make sure, and this is really a good way that that you got your elbow up and through, like we talked about as well, is that your arm's coming down towards that front hip. All right. Overall, though, that your release looks a lot better, right? Your initial load and getting everything set up looks a lot better. So you're definitely making progress. You're definitely on the right track. Just got to keep on, working to improve.